Lucy is painting a fence at a rate of R of t equals 250 minus 5t square feet per hour, where t is the number of hours since she started painting. If the fence is 1,000 square feet, how long will it take her to finish painting the fence? Round your answer to the nearest minute. Ugh. So we have the rate, and the rate is square feet per hour. Okay, we need to integrate that to find out how long it takes to cover everything that it is. Not only that, okay, so we're going to integrate that. We know that this whole thing is going to equal out 1,000. So the integral of the rate is going to give me what is covered, knowing very well that it's got to equal 1,000. I don't have an initial condition, except that I do know it's 0, 0. I don't know if that's going to help me, but I'm just going to integrate with respect to 0 and t. Okay? And that'll, with it limits at 0 and t, capital T, and that should help me out. So integrating this guy on the left is going to be 250, not 200, but 250 t minus 5 over 2t squared with limits at 0 and t. That's got to equal 1,000. Okay, so doing this guy, I get 250 capital T minus 5 halves capital T squared minus 250 capital 0 minus 5 halves double capital 0 squared equals 1,000. You go away. So we end up with 250t minus 5 halves t squared equals 1,000. All right, so let's do this. Let's multiply everything by 2 to get rid of that. Let's multiply everything by negative 2 to get rid of that. So that'll be negative 500t plus 5t squared equals negative 2,000. Let's add 2,000 to both sides and rearrange things so we have 5t squared minus 500t plus 2,000 equals 0. I can rip out a 5. So I'm going to do that. 5t squared minus 100t plus 400 equals 0. Ugh. All right, I don't know if that's factorable. I don't think it is, so I'm going to have to use quadratic formula. T equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times b all over 2a. Invisible 1 is my a, negative 100 is my b, and 400 is my c. So t is going to equal negative 100 plus or minus the square root of 100, negative 100 squared minus 4 times invisible 1 times 400, all over 2 times 1. So I'm not going to pretend like I know how to do this. I'm just jumping straight to a calculator and find out that that square root ended up being 91.96 all over 2. So we have two options here. Okay, 100 plus 91.96 all over 2. That's supposed to be a 2. And 100 minus 91.96 all over 2. Okay. Now, here's what we have to keep in mind. Okay, that minus represents a time. That's not going to make sense. So we're going to have 191.96 all over 2. Okay, that is going to be, I don't know, 95.83 according to the internet. 95.83. Now that is hours. To convert that to minutes, you multiply 60. Multiplying that to 60 is going to get you roughly 5,750 minutes according to the internet once again. So not the prettiest problem in the world. Not the prettiest problem in the world, but we did it and we had so much fun.